All right, so hopefully you can hear this. Just in my car, I'm headed to work. I just wanted to give an update on everything that is going on. Um, so the voice AI from my one client is going really well. I enabled some new features, which was nice. Things that I think will benefit them, obviously, increase efficiency, um, which is just overall good. My other client, we're starting to run ads. The plumbing client, we're starting to run ads hopefully this weekend. It's been a little bit to get these things running, but I think we're at a point now where we should be running hopefully this weekend, which is always nice. And just more thoughts about this whole business, this whole AI future, how things are going to look. I think it's positive. You know, it's different. It's something new. We don't all know how this whole thing's going to impact everybody, but I think AI is the future. I think every business will have their own AI agent. And so right now, again, it's just a lot of reach out, which my biggest downfall right now is I do not like reach out, or I do not like outreaches. Sorry. There's so much resistance when it comes to outreach. You have to sit there. You have to create conveying. Either it's a phone call, which if it's a cold call, usually I'm nervous. If it's an email, usually it's not opened. So when you are starting out, it's obviously like the rule of 100, where you have to put out so much pieces of info where you collect the data, and then through that data you could obviously iterate, just as I'm doing with this YouTube channel here. So I'm posting more content as you can see regarding this whole AI move, and I'm seeing what picks up. Regarding this channel as well, please subscribe, please follow. I'm be going A to Z on how I'm getting clients, how this business is going to look. But I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start having to put out more content regarding knowledge, like teaching AI principles, teaching how to actually use the LLMs, all this other stuff that a lot of people, I think, just kind of, they don't pay attention to, or they just gloss over. But I think that's important. That's an important step with the business. That's kind of the lead magnet. If you look at it from a standpoint of a funnel, that's going to be the free content, the how-tos, how to use ChatGPT, how to use Claude, how to use Perplexity, which one to use, how to improve the models, how to really incorporate it in the business and make sure it actually works rather than it just being a hindrance. So all those things are gonna top of funnel ideas I have. It's the free content. It's how you're gonna keep coming back, because you are gonna see the use case very quickly here, just through obviously society is gonna start implementing it. The use cases are gonna become more apparent, and once it starts, once people just see it, because no one understands it yet. And so that's why I'm going to be putting out this content and hopefully teaching, right? So it's knowledge base, and then it's use case, and then hopefully we're going to be consulting companies on how quickly or what use cases there are for the specific companies. So there's going to be a teaching a teaching section. There's going to be a consultation section where we're going to come out, we're going to look at the business, see how AI friendly it is, see what you can actually implement. And then obviously there's going to be the full-fledged build to implementation into your business, which we're going to sell hopefully to business owners and all that stuff. But at first, top of funnel, the stuff I think that's going to pull people in is the how-tos. How to do, how to use the $20 ChatGPT model right now. How to use 4.0, which one should we be using? All this stuff, because it's so much stuff where it's always hard, and business owners are so busy that which one are you supposed to use, right? Because everything's evolving so fast. People familiar with Moore's law is basically stated, I believe it's the founder of Dell Computers, basically stated that, look, our computers are getting basically smarter, more intelligent, easier to use over a certain threshold, and those scaling laws are going to have to change. If you look at all the stats and everything, I believe OpenAI and all these LLMs are improving within like 3 to 6 months. So sure, maybe the use cases aren't ideal right now, or a lot of people think, oh, it should be doing X, Y, and Z, and it's not applicable for my business. Give it 3 to 6 months, and over obviously the course of a year, there's going to be rapid improvement in these models. And so that's the cool thing. You don't have to wait 4 years. You're going to have to wait maybe 12 months max for this thing really to pay off. And that's the beautiful thing. So for instance, I'm doing AI agents. Right now I'm doing a voice AI agent. And if you look across industries, I think the average call is about $10 to $30. And that obviously comes from the labor cost of having to pick that up. And if you look at the calls, a lot of them are not effective, or a lot of them don't move the needle. It's usually just questions. It's usually customer complaints. It's all this stuff that can be automated and save the business a lot of time. So it makes sense if you create a solution and you go, look, hey, I know what you're paying right now for this. And obviously these are bigger businesses, potentially. Small businesses still have the same issue, maybe not at scale like these bigger businesses. But when you look at it, if I can even reduce half of that volume, they're going to be saving lots of money, right? And it's going to be more so too, depending how you're going to do this. Sure, you can go to enterprise businesses or larger businesses. You can do small businesses. I think a big area of opportunity is with the tradespeople, right? It's the one-person business. It's the electrical person, the plumber person, the painting business that is still doing everything manually. And you come in, you go, look, we can fix a lot of this stuff. We can automate a lot of the billing. We can automate a lot of obviously the outreach, the marketing side, and everything. And so that's why hopefully we create like a learning section where people can come in, they can learn about AI because no one understands it, like I said, and we can provide that value up front, free to cost, zero to cost, and free for the user. And that is going to help us from a business perspective build trust, get to know us, build that brand, and so then eventually they can follow through with a more solid solution for the business, aka they're going to be paying us to build this end-to-end solution that's going to help them. And then also the employees and the business owner themselves will understand how it works by consuming that free content, right? And also that's maybe part of the consulting portion where we do come in, we train. We train people, and we get your employees, up to speed on AI and everything. So that's kind of what I've been thinking. It's kind of those 3 pillars. It's going to be the knowledge portion. It's going to be the knowledge portion. It's going to be the consulting portion, and then your end-to-end solutions where some businesses just want it done. Perfect. We can build that out. And we'll provide that all to you, whether that's on our servers or going to be, just basically handed over to them and they can build out their own servers. Totally fine. But that's kind of the thinking there. And so really what I'm trying to really do right now is maximize those 2 case studies that I currently have, which is one, the cosmetic clinic that is, we're doing paid media for them. Going to hopefully automate some of that marketing side for them as well. Also, we're going to automate some of the customer support stuff, the booking, the calls, the reminders, the follow-up sequence. And for any business owner out there, if you look just across the board, the follow-up sequence is so impactful, yet it's so mundane, it's tedious. But if you can just automate that out, which a lot of businesses do, right? You get the text message, hey, your appointment's at 3 p.m. today. They'll call you maybe in a few days' time of your appointment, they'll send out a survey. Hey, if you had a great experience, can you fill this out for us? All that stuff, a lot of businesses have, and you'll be surprised a lot of businesses don't have it either. So that's one spot where every business owner, even in the current position I am, again, I'm a personal trainer right now, and when I'm onboarding clients, we offer a 10-day money-back guarantee, and the onboarding sequence has to be flawless. It has to be absolutely flawless, because they're paying good money, right? And so imagine going to a dealership, or imagine just buying something that you've been wanting to buy for a very long time, and then having a follow-up sequence, or even a like an intra sequence before you've actually got the product, depending obviously on what service it is or product you're selling. But imagine it was so flawless that, one, it further excited you, it further reconfirmed your buying decision, and you were just ultimately so excited to eventually pick it up just through simple text messages. Like, hey, imagine it was a dealership, you bought a car, and then obviously maybe if it's not straight out the lot, maybe it takes some time to actually get that car delivered to your house. Imagine that individual dealership would text you, hey, the car is en route, right? Or imagine you were getting emails from the specific individual that sold you it, right? You don't want just the company, right, messaging you. You feel a little detached from that process as a customer. But imagine the individual who sold you the car would text you, right? Maybe it was 10 days of text messages saying, hey, we officially put the order through. Congratulations on your car. Number 2 is, hey, the leather seats just got implemented. I can't wait for you to try this out. I know you'll love it. Number 3, hey, you know that upsell, that thing we sold you on that you thought your kid might like, just got installed. Here's a photo of it. I think you'll love it, and I know your son will love it even more. Like, just these personal messages. Sorry, I need some fluid here. My goodness. Just these personal messages that just go a long way. And that's one thing I've learned from my position here, where as a trainer, not everyone needs weight loss, right? So you have to make it more grandiose than maybe it really is. But the onboarding process is crucial. As Alex Hormozi says, the swipe of the card is not when they buy. They buy 48 hours after. Like, no one wants buyer's remorse. Remember when you go buy maybe an H&M shirt, or you go buy a certain thing, and then you're walking out, or in a few days you're like, I didn't really need it. It was just this impulse purchase. And so imagine you were to buy that garment or buy whatever, and then you had a few follow-up text messages. Hey, the company, it would have to probably be, because it's hard to scale individual text messages like that. But imagine even if the company said, hey, congratulations on your purchase. I know you'll love it. These are some outfits it goes well with. These are some X, Y, and Z it goes well with, whatever. And you just continue to nurture that relationship. I think there would be a higher chance, one, they put on the thing they bought. Number 2, they come back and they buy more. Because now you're part of their life. You're part of their lifestyle. And if you continue to facilitate and nurture that customer, it leads to profit. So that's one thing we do. That's one thing I do with my clients, is as soon as they get onboarded, I know I'm going on a tangent here, as soon as they get onboarded, I have an 11-day follow-up sequence. And that's from 5 minutes right after they buy and they leave the building to, to the intro portion where we're setting everything up. We're setting up the package, and I'm constantly just dropping nuggets of value, keeping them excited, and most importantly, not letting them have buyer's remorse, because that leads to refunds. So that's so important to have within your business, and there's no better thing to do it, because funny enough, I'm doing it manually because I have time and everything, but a lot of these businesses don't, or they don't think of that, because obviously they're putting out fires constantly throughout the business. So it's a real use case, obviously that one. Obviously there are other platforms that provide such a use case, but if you can build it out and make it very customizable to that certain business, make it as the owner would like, then obviously that's one use case. But more of these use cases, me going on that tangent is just to say, more of these use cases will become more apparent and more friendly, right? The more friendly they become, the more the masses basically implement these systems. So that's the cool part. And basically I'm going to be teaching you how to do that, so that eventually you do trust us to fully come into your business and implement a system. But right now, like I said, those two case studies, I'm doing that currently with the cosmetic side, the client, and then I'm starting to hopefully figure out some other use cases to implement AI with this other client. Nonetheless, these case studies have to be like really good, phenomenal case studies so that eventually I can use these resources to obviously get more clients on board. So that's kind of my thinking. Totally, I just wanted to update. Please follow along, subscribe, do your thing. Comment down below if you want to see some other use cases like automating email, automating social media, all these little things, again, that majority of people are doing, that you can start to automate just with AI, with a lot of the models that are being out now. And if you want to see any of that, just comment down below. I'll build that out for you. I'll show you all how you can do it at basically no cost. And it can save you a few hours a day. So that should be cool. And that's that. So follow along and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.